planning a vacation this winter, you better get on it. You might even be too late. Our next guest says you need to start booking 6 to 8 months in advance now for international, even domestic travel. And this year, data says that people are heading to places you might not expect. Here with the details, Matthew Upchurch. He's the chairman and CEO of Virtuoso. He is a virtuoso, a luxury travel advisors network. Okay, so let's just talk first. 6 to 8 months, has that changed? It used to be, I thought that you could actually book a good trip out 4 or 5 months out?
Well, I think what's happened is first of all, global tourism is just it's on a rampage. It's amazing what's going on globally. And so I think what's happening today with the savvier travelers, remember that science experiment where the teacher said, how do you put all this into this jar? And the only way was you put the big rocks in, then the pebbles, then the sand. So what they're doing is they're kind of like really focusing on the big trips, the things they really want to do, their dream trips, and they're getting those in there.
When you say 6 to 8 weeks, is it 8 months out? Is that to use miles on your trip?
Well, miles is one element of it, but quite frankly, it's just the availability of the best places at the right times and the best inventory. So people are kind of
the hotel rooms are going.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Amalfi Coast. You look at the
let's go through the hottest places right now to travel to.
Well, right now, close to home would be Mexico, and one of the really hot ones is New Zealand. For example, New Zealand's up 400% year over year for the holiday period.
Love New Zealand. South Island over the North Island.
Well, and what's so funny is New Zealand used to be the add-on to Australia. Now it's like it's huge.
And it's not just for people who want to go bungee jumping anymore.
No, it's for Lord of the Rings fans.
It's for people like hobbits.
Yeah.
People that have seen Frodo and Sam walking around.
But I'm not even sure that's
that's everybody's. That did a lot. But that did a lot on a big screen TV watching where Lord of the Rings was.
Well, I mean, the whole natural, but there's a tipping point for destinations. I've seen it, been in this for 30 years. There's a tipping point, and I think that New Zealand has it all. I mean, because it's a great family destination, it's great for adventure travel. Food and wine, the lodges that are there are incredible, so it's the whole package.
I mean, we're just avoiding the issue. At what cutoff in terms of wealth disparity, talking about income, who goes to New Zealand? Where are you on that? The bottom 50% aren't going to New Zealand. Is it the bottom?
No, this is we're
a luxury network.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, are you wondering why it's exploding right now? It's the same story we talk about all the time. Isn't it? Wouldn't you say it's the top 5%?
Probably 5 to 10%.
That does the international travel. It does the Bora Boras and there's New Zealand's and these are the people that are flush. And this is the same story we talk about again and again and again. And they should all write a thank you card to Janet Yellen.
But you know what? There's another aspect to it. There's also psychographic. You have college professors making $150,000 a year who spend a disproportionate amount. And there has been a huge shift in the past 20 years about the prioritization of experiential travel versus I don't need another car.
Having stuff, yeah.
I'd rather have an experience.
Let's go through just a couple others. South Africa.
Very hot, and has been for quite some time. UAE is big. I think part of the reason UAE is not only the inventory on the ground, but the air service there. It's becoming really one of the go-to places.
These trips we're talking about, all high-end trips, as Joe was saying. What's the average price of a trip like this? First of all, people going, because some of these are serious destinations. You go to New Zealand, you got to kind of go for at least 2 weeks. I mean, it's kind of hard to just take a week off and
the average yearly income.
How much are these trips costing?
Well, I think on an average, our average trip is about $8,000 per person. That's on our average across the globe.
So for 2 people, 16 grand.
That's to go to New Zealand for 2 weeks? No way.
No, I'm saying that's our average, but also you look at, for example, one of the other hottest destinations.
Go to Africa, by the way.
Right.
The price is going up at the type of lodges you're talking about.
Well, and the inventory's gone. I mean, it's gone for this year. It's probably 70% gone for next year already. But then you also look at some of the closer in, like Mexico, for example. People don't really understand what has happened. There are actually more 5-star luxury properties in Mexico than all of the Caribbean.
Okay, help us with this, since I'm a cheapskate too, even though I do love to travel. What is the coolest place that I could go for a reasonable price? Highest end, cheapest place.
Well, the best value right now is Mexico, and has been.
That's because of the headlines coming out of Mexico. People.
No, but that's actually a misnomer. The rebound in Mexico tourism has been unbelievable. And by the way,
what's that trip going to cost me?
Probably 4.
4-person.
Yeah, or well, no.
4 total.
Yeah, for 2, you could
For a
probably
week?
get it.
At
For
a
about
5-star?
5 days.
At a 5-star?
Mm-hmm.
I may have to give you a call. Matthew, the Virtuoso, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.